Really? Is it only one reason for the suffering? First of all, what is suffering? Well, suffering is experiencing the opposite of all the things we want. For example, you want to experience unconditional true love. Before you can feel the unconditional love, you must alter your frequency, so you are a vibrational match with the love that you want. You will be given a lover who is maybe demanding, narcissist, like to perform mental abuse, belittling, etc. Why is this happening? Because by experiencing the opposite, we are actually climbing the ladder of consciousness. It is the law of everything. Impossible to really appreciate sunshine, basking in the light, grateful for its abundant healing rays, just like a child receive an unconditional love, if we haven't going through many storms and heavy rain. It's like mathematics, the absolute value. Let's say the suffering you encounter can be measured. Let's say -10. In the other side, there is an absolute possibility of happiness, which is +10. If you experience -1 suffering, then you will only experience maximum happiness +1. The more deeper or intense the suffering is, the more depth of happiness you can feel. Isn't it great? More happiness? So, embrace our suffering, for it will lead us to the best place we can imagine. Don't be afraid of suffering. The only reason for suffering is because we give our power away. We let other people's opinion affect us. We allow that anger, hatred, and belief system makes us unhappy. No one can hurt us if we know who we really are. Knowing who we really are is our superpower, so it's hurt because we allow their projection into us, and we believe it. The more we allow them, the more suffer we are. It is like we put ourselves in a cage that we built with our own hand. So we must break free from the cage if we want freedom and happiness. By finding out who we truly are, we regain our superpower back. Our suffering is our indication meter of how much we knew our true self. Interesting, right? How often do you say yes even though you want to say no? And how often do you say no even though you want to say yes? Are you making decision based on how do you want to be perceived and received, or based on your heart and spirit? Of course, at first, we will choose people first over ourselves because we want to please them, we want to fit in. Everybody has been there, don't worry. Please don't ever beat yourself because of this. No judgment here. This is just an offering, a perspective on how we can see life differently. There is one quote I really like from Ajahn Brahm. He said that life is suffering, and wow, I mean, not everybody will understand this. But please walk with me. What he meant by life is suffering is when we have inner acceptance that life is suffering. Any suffering that comes will no longer perceive as suffering anymore. I always remember this quote when suffering comes. Deeply contemplate on this sentence really awakened me from the illusion of suffering. Good and bad, suffering and happiness, yin and yang, birth and death, young and old, rich and poor, it is coming from the same coin. We are always presented by the situation that we need for our growth. So yes, our partner is supposed to trigger us. Our kids supposed to push our button. The driver on the street will be getting on our nerves. It is okay to feel burned out or stressed. You are not alone. Praise yourself because you are courageous to admit it and talk about it. Having this awareness is a game changer. See suffering as the school of life, the real school that is always challenge us to be a better version of ourselves. Usually, we see suffering in intimate relationship and family investment. These are the biggest challenges in my life, but also my biggest revelation that leads me in making this YouTube. I can't tell you how much I eternally grateful for this suffering. I know how to regain my power back, and it feels so damn good, baby. Laugh at your suffering and then smile to it. Life is not as serious as you think. Take a deep inhale, hold, and then exhale. Knowing our true self, including paying attention to our attachment to our mental labels. For example, I am a good mother. If I'm not conscious about this label, I will try hard to make sure that I am seen as good by others, even though the thing I did is never for the children, but only for my ego. Can you feel the energy behind it? It is coming from lack and fear, and not love. We have hundreds of mental labels, so much suffering, but yet so many opportunities to grow. Yay! Life is suffering, and it is beautiful only if you really understand the real meaning of suffering. We put a rigid definition on some words so that we are trapped in them. We put labels on people so that we aren't able to see who they really are. Ask yourself, what is the thing that is still triggering me? What is this revealing to me? What traits do I still have with that person? Finding your unconscious commitment will help a lot to regain your power back. Own your shit, own your failure, own your mistake, own your broken pieces. Be authentic and be real. When we want to birth a new reality, we must suffer first, just like when a mother gave birth to a baby. She suffers from pain and massive changes in her identity. Learn from nature, which is always changing, just like the seasons, and every season has its purpose. Maybe this is the season for you to change your perspective about life, and later, the season for harvesting the fruits. I'm here with you. Now let's harvest into these baby donuts filled with coffee custard cream and topped with caramel. Oh my god, it is so good. It is like donut on steroid. Thank you so much for watching this. I welcome any comments or story about suffering. Please subscribe, it will mean the world to me. Thank you and bye.